from BMS College of Engineering, Bangalore. This is the second module in the topic on analog filter design. Analog filter design. In the previous module, we saw the design of Butterworth filters. The analog Butterworth filters, and what we saw in the previous module was given the order of the filter, we saw how to compute the system transfer function H of S, and from H of S we also saw how to get the impulse response, the step response, and the frequency response. In today's module, we are going to focus on how to get the order of the filter given the frequency specifications. So how to get the order of the filter N from the frequency specifications. From filter specifications. This is what we shall see today. In addition, we shall also see frequency transformation, because as mentioned, a design of analog filters, we usually, it's a two-step process. In the first step, we always design the prototype filter, the filter H of S, which is low pass and has a cutoff frequency of 1. And in the second step, we convert the given H of S into another H of S that we want by applying frequency transformation. So using frequency transformation, I can convert a low pass filter into a low pass filter with any other desired cutoff, or we can convert it to a high pass filter, or a band pass filter, or a band elimination filter. So all this is possible by frequency transformation. So we shall see the frequency transformation, and then we shall move into the design of the obtaining the order of the Butterworth filter. So let us see what is frequency transformation. The frequency transformation. So if I want to convert a low pass filter to another low pass filter with any other cutoff, so a low pass to low pass transformation, I have to just replace S by omega C. So when omega C is my new cutoff, we are having initial design, we are having the filter as a cutoff with omega C equal to 1. And in case we need a filter with another cutoff, low pass cutoff with omega C, we need to we need to apply the transformation, replace every S in the transfer function by S by omega C. Similarly, if we want to transform our low pass filter to a high pass filter, we need to apply the transformation of omega C by S. So when I replace every S by omega C by S, I am converting my low pass filter into a high pass filter with the cutoff of omega C. And similarly, if I want to have a band pass filter, if I want to convert my low pass filter into a band pass filter, then I need to apply the transformation. I need to replace every S by S square plus omega H into omega L divided by S into omega H minus omega L, where my frequency response omega and say magnitude of H of omega is a band pass specification. So I have my 3 dB cutoffs lying in the range of omega L to omega H. And if this is 1, This is going to be 0.707 or a 3 dB lower. 0.707 or 3 dB lower. Similarly, if I want to convert my low pass filter into a band elimination filter, say a low pass to a band elimination filter, we apply the transformation. We replace S by S into omega H minus omega L divided by S square plus omega H into omega L, where the frequency response is given in this manner: omega, say mod omega H of omega, and this is a band elimination filter, so it's going to remove frequencies in the band. So this is 1, and this is again 1 by root 2 or 0.707 times, and this is my omega L, and this is my omega H. So this is the band elimination filter. And if we want to actually implement a band pass filter, all that we have to do, if we want to implement a band pass filter, we can actually have a cascade of a low pass filter, followed by a band pass filter, followed by a high pass filter, or the other way. And so this combination, low pass filter with the cutoff of omega L and a high pass filter with the cutoff of omega H. This will give me the band pass filter. Similarly, if we require a band elimination filter, then I need to have a parallel a low pass filter and a high pass filter. And I get my band elimination filter. And this is going to be a low pass filter with the cutoff of omega H, while this will be a high pass filter with the cutoff of omega L. So this is how we design the band pass filter and the band elimination filter. So, and using frequency transformations, we can transform the filter. When we design a filter H of S with an omega C equal to 1, a low pass filter, by using the frequency transformations, I can convert it to any other filter of desired cutoff and desired frequency performance. So having seen frequency transformations, now let us see the step 1, that is how to get the order of a Butterworth filter. The order of the Butterworth filter. That is given the frequency specifications. So because once we get the order, we know to get the transfer function. So how to get the order of the Butterworth filter? Let us see. And to get the order, we need the frequency specifications to be given at least at 2 frequencies. Say this is my low pass filter. And let us say at certain frequency, this is my low pass filter transfer function, say H of omega. And say this has a magnitude of 1. and this is say frequency omega p, some passband frequency, and let us say the attenuation in dB, it's say AP, and let us say some other one more frequency. At some other frequency, the attenuation is AS, and the frequency is say omega S. So we are given two frequencies and the attenuation in, at those specified frequencies. And how do we get the order of the filter? The order of the filter is given by this expression. N has to be greater than or equal to log base 10, 10 to the power of AS by 10 minus 1 divided by 10 to the power of AP by 10 minus 1 whole divided by 2 log omega S by omega P. So using this expression, so once we are given the frequency and the attenuation at any two points in the desired frequency response, we can compute the order of the filter N. And here N has to be the smallest integer which satisfies this condition. So it is not rounding off. So even if I get say N as, for example, after calculation, if I get N is greater than or equal to say 2.04, I will still take my N as 3 because only then my specifications are going to be met. We take the smallest integer which satisfies this condition. And once we get N, we know to get the transfer function of the system H of S. We have seen it is given by say K0 by S minus S1, S1, S minus S2, and so on up to S minus Sn, where the poles S of K, where the poles S of K is given by S of K is given by e to the power of j pi half plus 2k minus 1 by 2n for k going from 1 to n. This we have seen. So this is how we get the, once I compute n, from n I can get, once I get n I can get the transfer function H of S. And if I want to compute the attenuation at any frequency, I can use this expression, the attenuation at any frequency. In dB is given by 10 log 10 1 plus omega by omega c whole to the power of 2. So using this expression, if I want, I can get the attenuation in dB for any frequency. Of course, given the transfer function, we can always substitute the value of omega and get the attenuation at any desired frequency. So now let's take up an example. Let's take an example. The question is design or obtain the transfer function. Let us take, say we want to obtain the transfer function of a Butterworth filter to have an attenuation of as shown below. say omega, and let us say this is my and a 3 dB, I say we need a 2 dB attenuation at a frequency of 2K, and we need a 40 dB attenuation, 40 dB attenuation at 16K kilohertz. And so this is not frequency in radians per second, but it is frequency in hertz. Frequency in hertz. So it should not matter because they both have just a scaling factor of 2 pi. So this is what is given. So it is given. This is what is given. And from this, we need to first compute the order of the filter, which is going to satisfy the desired specification. So we are not given the cutoff frequency. What is given is an attenuation of 2 dB at 2K and an attenuation of at least 40 dB at 16K. So now let's use a formula and get the order. So order of the filter n has to be greater than or equal to. So let's get the expression that we have. So this is my this is the design expression. So this gives me n should be greater than or equal to log, or let me okay, log base 10 and 10 to the power of AS. AS is 40. 40 by 10 minus 1 divided by 10 to the power of AP. AP is 2. 2 by 10 minus 1 divided by 2 log omega s, or Fs by Fs is 16,000 divided by 2,000. And let's try to substitute and see what is the value of n we get. So n has to be greater than or equal to, of course, we'll use MATLAB. So this is going to be log 10 to the power of 4 minus 1, and this is going to be 10 to the power of 0.2 minus 1. So let's try to get the result using MATLAB. So what we have is I just typed in already. AS, the stop band attenuation is 40 dB, and AP, the pass band attenuation is say 2 dB. My omega s is 2 pi, 2 into pi into 16,000, whereas my omega p is 2 into pi into 2,000. And let's substitute and get the value of n. So I have 10 to the power of AS by 10 minus 1 by 10 to the power of AP by 10 minus 1, and whole divided by 2 log omega s by omega p. So let's see what's the value we get. So we get the value as 2.34. So when we evaluate this, we are getting it as 2.34. And because it has to be greater than 2.34, we now select n as 3. So this is going to be a third order Butterworth filter. So to meet the given specifications, we are now getting the order as a third order filter. And we have seen how to get the transfer function, and we already know the transfer function of the third order filter is given by s plus 1 into s square plus s plus 1. Or the other form as a single third order polynomial was k naught by s cube plus 2s square plus 2s plus 1. So this is how we get the transfer function of the filter. So this is an example. Let's take one more example, and then we know to get the frequency response of the design filter, and we can check whether we are able to meet the given specifications. Next, let's take one more example. Let's take an example. Say a second example. Consider omega, and let us say a low pass filter, and say my mod h of omega in see this is say 3 dB, and 3 dB is say at 5,000, and let us say at let us say my 50,000. This is first frequency is say 5,000, and this is 50,000. At 50,000, let us say I want the attenuation to be around at least say 55 dB. So now what we are having is, of course, this is my zero frequency, that is 0 dB. In magnitude, it's going to be 1, but in dB, it's a 0. So 3 dB down is what we have. So we are given now, if I look at this, my specifications are now, this is my omega, the passband frequency. This is my stop band frequency. This is my stop band attenuation. And this is my passband attenuation. So I need to substitute the values and try to get the order of the filter. So now let us try to see what we are given. So we will substitute the formula and try to get the result. So let's do that. Let's get the formula. So this is what we have the formula as. This is the formula. So now substituting the values of whatever is given, we are going to get it as log base 10, 10 to the power of AS. My stop band attenuation is 55. 55 divided by 10 minus 1 divided by 10 to the power of AP, that is 3 by 10 minus 1 whole divided by 2 log omega S is 50,000 divided by omega P is 5,000. And let's see what's the result we get. N has to be greater than or equal to something. So we have, let's put in the values in our expression, 55 and 3, 50,000 and so I am having my stop band attenuation as 55 dB and my pass band as 3 dB. My frequency, my omega S, my stop band frequency is 50,000, whereas my pass band frequency is 5,000. Is 5,000. I've just put the values 55. At 55, dB attenuation as 50,000 and 3 dB attenuation at 5,000. And then my N, if I put my put in the values, I will get my order of the filter. Now we are getting the order of the filter as 2 point should be greater than or equal to 2.75. So N should be greater than or equal to 2.75. Once again, I am getting my N as 3. Now let us see. Let us try to interpret the result. So if we see here, we have taken a frequency. This is 5,000 and one decade further, that is 50,000. 50,000, and here my attenuation is 3. Now if I am having my desired attenuation as around 55 dB. 55 dB is less than 60 dB. So 60 dB. So 20 dB per decade. So that makes it around 60 dB. So up to 60 dB for one decade, it is going to be a third order system. Let us just change the specification slightly and see if we are getting what we already know. We already know that the slope per decade for a low pass filter is around 20 dB per decade. So let's take one more example. Now what we'll do is we will just try to change our specifications. So now instead of having 55 dB, let me change the value. I'm keeping this 3 dB same. I'm keeping my omega s and omega p same. I'm going to change only my AS. My AS, let me change it to say, if I'm looking at a fifth order filter, I need to have around 20 dB per decade. And if I want my specifications to be such that I'm looking for a fifth order filter, say 100, something less than 100, let me put it as say 95 dB. So I've changed my frequency specifications such that I am expecting my order of the filter to be a fifth order. Now let us put in the values and see whether we get the order of the filter as 5. So n should be greater than or equal to, we'll put in the values. So I have all my terms as identical. All that I have changed is I have only changed one term, and instead of 55, I changed it as 95. I changed this as 95, and everything else is same, 5,000, 50,000, everything. So let us see now what we get the order of the filter as. So my stop band attenuation is now 95 dB in this case, and everything else remains the same. And then let me calculate my order of the filter. Put in the same formula and then I get 4.75. And what's the smallest number greater than 4.75? It is 5. So this is 4.75, and we get the order as, so my n is going to be 5. And I know to compute the transfer function h of s for the fifth order filter. So my h of s, if I want to compute the transfer function of my fifth order filter, I need to put s k0 by s minus s1 into s minus s2, etc. up to s minus s5. S5, which then where my sk, where my s of k is given by e to the power of j pi half plus 2k minus 1 by 2n. So let's try to get the transfer function h of s for the fifth order filter. Once again, we'll take the help of MATLAB. My n. So we have this here, n equal to, now I have my order of the filter as n equal to 5, and my k running from 1 to 5. The poles are given by e to the power of j pi half plus 2k minus 1 by 2n. And let me get the poles. So these are my poles, and let me get the polynomial that is corresponding to these poles. And if you see, all the poles are real. So I will keep my imaginary component of the poles are all 0, and hence if I look at the real component. This is 1, 3.2, 5.23, 3.23, 5.23. So I have my transfer function h of s. After getting the poles, I have my transfer function h of s as k0 by, so fifth order, so s to the power of 5 plus 3.23 3.23 s to the power of 4 plus 5.23 s cube plus 3.23 s square plus plus 1. 5, 4, 3, 2. No, I need to get 5.23 is repeated twice. So 5.23, 5.23. So 5.23, 5.23 s square plus 3.23 s plus 1. This is my fifth order polynomial, the fifth order Butterworth polynomial with the poles as we have seen. They are all complex conjugate poles, and I don't think we'll try to write the poles. My poles are at minus 3.95, minus 0.8, okay, minus 3. So the poles, if I look at the poles, I have the poles S of k located at minus 0.3 plus or minus 0.95 j, and I also have poles at minus 0.8 plus or minus 0.58 j, minus 0.8 plus or minus 0.58 j, and another complex pair at yes, that's one pole at s equal to 1 minus 1 because the fifth order. So one real pole, and this is how we have this. Yeah, so yes. So we have now computed the order. We got the location of the poles, and we also got the transfer function. If I have to draw the pole zero plot on the S plane, I have a pole at minus 1. I have a pole at minus 3.95 and minus 3 plus this one, another minus 0.8 and 0.58. So here I have my 5 poles, all the poles on the left half of the S plane and on the unit circle. So this is how we got the transfer function h of s. And what's the cutoff frequency? This is the cutoff frequency of omega c equal to 1. So let's take one more example. Let's take one more example. Say the specifications are let us say we want a 3 dB attenuation. Let us say a 3 dB attenuation at 30,000. A 3 dB attenuation at 30,000. And let us say we want so this is going to be 3 dB, and say it's mentioned that at 3,000 we want the attenuation to be around say 70 or say 80 dB. 80 dB. So what we have is we want the 3 dB attenuation at 30,000, and an 80 dB attenuation at 3000. So immediately by looking at these specifications, we recognize that this is the these are the specifications of a high pass filter. So we recognize this as the specifications of a high pass filter, but we do not know how to design the high pass filter. So we know only to design the low pass filter, and hence what we will do, even though we are given specifications of the high pass filter, I will convert it to an equivalent low pass filter, specifications of a low pass filter, and then I will change it to the high pass filter. So let's do that. So what we have is let's convert the given specifications to that of a low pass filter. And if I have a low pass filter, then I am going to have my specifications as at 3000 I have a 3 dB cutoff, and at 30,000 I am going to have a cutoff of 80 dB. So I have a 3 dB cutoff at 3000. So a 3 dB cutoff at 3000 and an 80 dB cutoff at 30,000. So this is what is given. So now I will take my formula and try to compute n. N should be great. Of course, by looking at the specifications, we know this is corresponding. So 40 dB in 1 decade. So that means it's a fourth order filter. From the specifications, I know it's a fourth order filter, but let me put in the formula and try to get the order of the filter. So let's look at the formula that we have. This is the formula we have. For a low pass filter. And now my frequencies are so my specification is the higher frequency. At the higher frequency, my attenuation is 80 dB, 80 by 10. Lower is 3 dB by 10, and my frequencies are 30,000 divided by 3000. And so this gives me n to be greater than or equal to. Let's check a formula. So I have my attenuation as 80 dB and 3 dB. My frequencies being 30,000 and 3000. And this is the formula that we have been using for computing the order of the filter. I get my order of the filter as 4. Of course, since they are kept exactly 80 dB, that's why I'm getting it. Otherwise, it's 4. It's a fourth order filter. So I get my order of the filter as n equal to 4. N equal to 4. Of course, it has come out to be 4.001. We can take n as 5 if required, but n equal to 4 is fine. So this is what we have the order of the filter. So once again, if you want to compute the transfer function and get the fourth order, let's get the transfer function h of s of the fourth order filter. So this is going to be s minus s1 up to I'm going to have s minus s4, my 4 poles. So let's try to get the location of the poles and then the transfer function. And the expression we have been using often. So this is my expression for the fourth order filter, k equal to n equal to 4, k going from 1 to 4, and my poles are given by this. And so I now get the polynomial. If I look at the polynomial that is formed by these poles, and let me take the real component. So I will get the poles. This is my polynomial 1, 2.6, 3.4, 2.6 and 1. So let's try to have it. So this is given by, say, K0 by fourth order, so x to the power of 4 plus 2.6, 3.4. So 2.6 s cube plus 3.14 s square plus 2.6 s plus 1. This is my fourth order filter. And where are my poles located? The poles are located at minus 0.38 plus or minus 0.92, minus 0.38 plus or minus 0.92j, and we have another pair at minus 0.2 plus or minus, so minus 0.92 plus or minus 0.38j. So this is how my poles are located. And now this is the low pass filter that we have designed. This is the low pass filter that we have designed. But our aim is not to design the low pass filter, but our aim is to design the high pass filter. So we need to now convert this prototype low pass filter into the desired high pass filter. This is a prototype filter. So now let's try to get the high pass filter, because our aim is to design the high pass filter and not a low pass filter. Because we know to design only the low pass filter, we first design the low pass filter, and now we need to apply the frequency transformation. And what's the frequency transformation for transforming from a low pass to a high pass? It is replacing s by omega c by s. And what is omega c in this case? Omega c is given as the cutoff frequency, the 3 dB cutoff is given as 3000. No, the cutoff frequency is given as 30,000. Is given as 30,000. The 3 dB cutoff is 30,000. So I will now replace s by omega c by s. So now what happens to my transfer function h of s of my final filter that I am designing is k0 divided by s to the power of 4. That is omega c by s to the power of 4 plus 2.6 omega c by s to the power of cube plus 3.14 omega c by s whole square plus 2.6 omega c by s plus 1. And this is my final designed high pass filter to meet the given specifications, wherein I first designed the low pass filter and applied frequency transformation and then converted to the high pass filter. So this is what our final designed high pass filter is. So in the next module, so given similarly, we can apply frequency transformation to get a band pass filter or a band elimination filter. So in the next module, what we shall see is given the specifications, given the specifications h of omega, we shall first try to get the order of the filter. After getting the order of the filter, we'll first design the low pass filter h of s, and then we'll apply frequency transformation and get the final h of s, and then we shall see how to realize this filter using components, the operational amplifier and resistors and capacitors. So implement. So from the specifications to implementing the filter is what we'll take up in the